Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm Michael, aka the Crushxr, and today we've got my first player review of FIFA 23. It's the cheap Erling Haaland. It's Alexander Sørloth's inform card, so let's get into it. So we're going to start by looking at his stats on Futbin. I'm going to go into comparison around Haaland, his gold card, and then we're going to look into the clips itself and the team that we used him in as well. So if you look at him already, 84 rated striker, 88 pace, 83 shooting, 82 dribbling, 90 physical. He's got that lengthy accelerate run type, which is very, very key. It's the meta, obviously, at the moment on the next gen. Obviously not available for old gen, Xbox One, PS4. Norway, Real Sociedad La Liga, 3-star, 4-star, and 6'4". So from the off, he already looks a bit like the Haaland. Same nation, same position, very similar stats, very similar height, very similar skills and weak foot as well. In terms of his stats breakdown, 80 and 95 sprint speed, very, very nice. A decent-ish finishing, which is obviously going to be boosted by the Hunter Chem style that we're going to apply to him in game. Very nice dribbling stats. Agility and balance aren't mattering as much this year compared to last year. We've seen that with the discovery of the lengthy meta at the moment. Decent shot power, decent positioning, decent head accuracy, decent stamina and strength as well, and not bad passing for a big man up top. But obviously, last year, if we're using a big man up top, you won't be running behind. This year, it's very, very key. So that's why we put the Hunter Chem style on to make that 99 sprint speed with the 88 acceleration. Because using that lengthy meta, when he's hitting that sprint speed, not a lot of players are catching him up, as you'll see from some clips against Virgil van Dijk. And you're boosting that finishing up to 90 with a shot power to 96, positioning to 88 as well. So for a 14,000 coin card, as you can see here, 14,000 coins, very, very good price indeed. May even come down more when we get weekly rewards starting to kick out from Friday through to Sunday, because of the amount of cards that he's going to, amount of packs that he's going to be in, because he's going to be a Haaland troll as well. So I think that might come down even a little bit more. Now going on to the Haaland comparison. So obviously Haaland at the moment just under 400k, Sørloth 14k. You're saving about 370,000 coins. I'd highly recommend it if you're able to fit him into your team. Obviously, the rating, 84 to 88. Sørloth's got better weak foot, same skills, and 1 inch shorter than Haaland as well. Both left-footed, both with a medium to high work rates too. So obviously both Norwegian, different leagues, but both playing as a striker. So when you look into the stats, keep this in mind for the review as well. Similar total stats, exactly the same in-game stats without any chem style boosts. So we're going to look at this without chem style boosts, because we're going to take the Hunter out of it, because you might want to use a different chem style, for example. Obviously, they're both lengthy, so that ticks a box. In terms of the pace, not much difference in it. Haaland beats him in acceleration, but loses out on sprint speed. In terms of finishing, as you expect, Haaland is the better finisher without the chem style boost. With that chem style boost, though, he's got to get to a 90 finishing, and it really can tell in game with some of the goals that we score. So he gets a -4. The others aren't as bad, but that wide gap of 12 at the moment is quite large. In terms of passing, Sørloth beats him on every category, but again, the big men trying to pass, they're not the greatest at it compared to your cams and your centre mids and stuff like that. In terms of dribbling, Haaland's got the better agility and balance, but as we've talked about already, it doesn't really matter this much compared to last year's. Has slightly better reactions, but he loses out in ball control, dribbling, and composure to Sørloth. In terms of defending, the only stat you need to look at is the heading accuracy for a striker, 93 compared to 79, so better headers. He's got slightly better physical, winning on 2 stats in stamina and strength compared to Haaland. So overall, a very, very nice comparison, and 370,000 coins difference, which is quite impressive. So then now we're going to go into the review itself. So as you can see here, we have the Hunter Chem style applied, which, as we just talked about there, it's going to boost that sprint speed to 99, which is very important for the meta. He's finishing to 90, attack position to 88, shot power to 96, volleys to 92, and penalties to 87, with that 88 acceleration as well. So once he's hitting that acceleration with the lengthy meta, he's hitting that 99 sprint speed, and I've mentioned it before again, but he absolutely destroys Van Dijk and Thiago Silva in this. This is the team we're using, not an expensive team, that's why I want you to try it out like this. We've got Player of the Month Cody Gakpo up top. We've got Lucas Paqueta and Gabriel Jesus as the cams. We have Marino and Fernando as the DMs. Then we've got Renan Lodi, Teze, Diego Carlos, Montiel, and David Soria to complete the team in a 4-2-2. Tactic that I've been trying out for the past week or so. And as you can see straight away, he's in on the goals. This time he's up against Koundé, and bang, 1-0. We are 7 minutes into the game, and he's already got his first goal. Another goal straight away, bangs it again. Top bins there, and we've got 2 quick goals. Overall, in those 7 games that we played, he has scored 23 goals. Incredible. An average of, what, 3 a game? In 1 game, he scores 7. I think that was the 3rd game we played. But here, he's already completed his hat-trick, and we're 29 minutes in. And I think this is the 2nd game. I'm not too sure, but the first 3 games were rage quits. Anyway, you can see there from he's got very good finishing ability. Here, we'll start getting to a few more clips where he misses chances where I probably think he should score. Like that one there on his right foot. But again, you see that sprint speed kicking in there, and you'll see it on a lot of times. The weak foot there doesn't really matter with that freestyle weak foot. But you'll see the sprint speed when we're going for that LBA pass, because I use Xbox, as he gets another goal while we're talking. On PlayStation, it's the L1A. It's basically where you're passing it off and you're making a run, and there, Thiago Silva, he's not even there. And yeah, in this game, Thiago Silva and Virgil van Dijk, 2 of the best players in the game, couldn't keep hold of him, scoring 7 goals in the whole game. Virgil van Dijk gets turned there, Thiago Silva gets turned there, and again, that's probably where you feel the cheap Haaland vibes, where he's missing the shot. Maybe a Haaland scores that, but on that goal, bang, top corner, and it's the equaliser here. I'm not too sure what I was doing here. I think I was trying to dribble with him. It didn't really come off, but as expected. But again, Thiago Silva's chased him down. That 99 sprint speed gets him away. And again, probably should do better with a chance. Probably put it down to more human error. We're going for the LBA pass here again. Gakpo, very, very good at that in terms of getting the ball and feeding him into. And then we see the outside the foot trait coming in. Nearly turns into an assist here, but Gakpo loses out. But again, like we've seen in Haaland in real life these past few games, he's in around that box, the right position, right time, and he gets in with the right foot shot there as Virgil van Dijk intercepts the ball. Here, goalkeeper should do better, and that was his 7th goal of the game. Into the next one, we missed quite a few chances early on. I think there's 2 or 3 chances here. There's already 2. That's the 2nd chance of the game that he probably should score. And I think this is the 3rd one, where I'm breaking for own goal, using that sprint speed again, that lengthy meter to get away. Don't know why I've shot there so early, but we miss. And then again, so that's 4 chances in the opening 29 minutes. He probably could have had 4 goals on another day. In this game, I really struggled against Upamecano. I don't know why. It was his base goal. I just played against Flashback Thiago Silva and Virgil van Dijk, but I just couldn't seem to get away from Upamecano. Like, he had me in his back pocket the whole game. I still think I scored 2 or 3 goals with him. I think this is one of them here to get us back into the game. I love the lovely chip finish. They're really working well for him at the moment. I'd highly recommend doing it in the one-on-one situations, but just don't bottle them like I do as well. But yeah, I don't know why I struggled against him, but yeah. When he's scoring goals like that, it doesn't matter if we're struggling, because if we get a chance, I know he's going to score it, and probably should get an assist here when Gakpo blazes it over. Again, losing out in the air to Upamecano. Here, though, he turns past him, runs into the box, and bang, we've got a 4-3 scoreline, 2 in our favour, and we nearly cap it off with a bit of a bicycle kick there. So that was game number 5. Game number 6 was draw. Game number 7 we actually lost. So we lost, again, probably should score that. We lost 1 out of 7 games that we played in Rivals, and obviously it's not the greatest team, but here we see another lovely goal. Intercepts the ball, again using that pace of his, intercept the pass, and then bang, we're in on goal. Same here, Reece James isn't catching up with him, despite being quite a fast player, and again, probably should do better with the chance. But again, probably more human error than Sørloth himself. This one was straight from kickoff. I did forget to record again after kickoff. That's why it was using the replay at the end. But it's basically pass back to Gakpo, ball over the top. Sørloth chased onto it and smashed it away. And again, a nice little turn, I think, against Koundé again there. And probably should have scored. But then from the corner, a little chip into the box, and his lovely header there. Again, bursting past De Jong this time, an 86-minute equaliser. I'm like, wow, what a player. And then 89th minute, the ball comes through from Werner. It's a lovely run from Sørloth, and bang, outside the foot, and we win it. What a comeback that was. So you can see why I really enjoy this card, because of the movement, because of the pace, and because of the finishing ability as well. When you're first starting, he might feel a little weird. It might take a little while to adjust to him, but once you get going with him, 7 goals in 23 games. I've seen like Unique Riggers tweet about him as well. A lot of people talking about this card on social media, and it is definitely worth the 14,000 coins. He's probably going to go a little bit lower because of the amount of time it's going to be pulled at the weekend. But if you get this card in red picks, give him a try, because he is very, very, very good. And for 14,000 coins, you can't go wrong, because if you don't like him, you sell him on, or you hold on to him, and when informs go up, you sell him then. But this card is very much worth the coins, and very much deserves to be in a lot of the teams heading into Weekend League. But like that chance, probably should do a little better. But yeah, 7 games, 23 goals, 0 assists. I think an average rating of 8.5 it was in the end. You can't complain with a card like that, and especially when going into it, you wouldn't be thinking we're talking about 6'4", 6'5" strikers in the first week of FIFA. I think this was the last game we played. Again, I love the ball over the top, onto his right foot this time, his weak foot, and I love the chip over. Here, I think the keeper either gets a touch on it or just goes slightly wide. Probably should do a little bit better. But you see again here, he's making that run. The LBA pass, he gets onto tries to get on the ball, but Carlos Alberto shields him out. Here, he's through on goal once again. Keeper movement, and then buries it. I think for that was his 23rd goal, and he probably should score this to put us into the lead. But hopefully that's given you like a wide variety of clips to show how good Alexander Sørloth is and why you need him in your team. And as you can see here, we've got to go through stats now as well, where I review replays. So in then first 3 games, he scored 14 goals and got 3 rage quits. So he scored 9 goals, 14, is that 4? No, 11 goals in 3 games, sorry, not 14 goals. And the rest sort of evens it out. I was quite surprised he got 4 8.5 ratings. It seems a little bit harder to get 10 ratings this year. But a very, very nice card, and yeah, I'd highly recommend him. In terms of the cost, I'm having to go for a 5-star cost here, because for 14,000 coins, when I used him, he's 23k, he's dropped to 14, he's probably going to drop a little bit more. You can't really complain for the first week of FIFA to have a striker like this with this ability. 5-star cost. In terms of overall ability, because he missed a few chances, because I think we're going to get better players than him soon. We've got the Road to Knockout promo starting tomorrow. We're going for a 3.5 star on the ability, but I'd probably put Haaland at maybe like a 4.5 star. We're not going to get 5 stars for a month or 2 as we get some more promos out. In terms of enjoyment, we're going to go for a 4-star in enjoyment. I really enjoyed this card, as you've seen from all the clips and how I've been speaking about this card. But I think there's just missing that little bit extra to make him like why Haaland's the most expensive, one of the most expensive strikers. Obviously Mbappe's the most expensive, but why he's up there with the likes of Haaland. I much more enjoyed him than the Go Darwin Núñez card. Darwin Núñez helped me finish 10-0 in Champs qualification. I much preferred Sørloth over Darwin Núñez, and that says a lot. So if you got those two, if you got Núñez in your squad, maybe try and get Sørloth in, because I really enjoyed him, and having that left and right footed player up front really, really helped as well, leaving an overall rating of 4 stars. So we're starting quite strong with these FIFA ratings, and we're giving a 4-star review to Alexander Sørloth, meaning overall we're going to rate this card. I can't speak highly enough of it. We're 1 week into the game, and we've already got a great striker for cheap that fits the meta and can score goals and is in a decent top 5 league as well. So yeah, that is going to be my review of Inform Alexander Sørloth. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. If you have, hit that like button. Let us know in the comments what you thought of the review, what you think of Alexander Sørloth if you managed to use him in game, and what players you want to see soon. And most importantly, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.